too hard. Like she thinks about that guy. Like there are I can't remember if it was like a comment or where I read this, but it was like a lady in her 80s talking about a dude she dated when she was in her 17.
Damn.
Like, and they interview people on the streets, and they said, "Tell me about your first love," and you just alpha widow, alpha widow, alpha widow. Like, I don't know. I think like women, it's like
Emotional damage.
it, I don't know which one's worse because they both have it bad. But I don't think like I think men like have a heartbreak with everyone. With girls, it's like we either never want to talk to you again and like you're dead like nothing, or like it's like the worst thing that's ever happened and we'll talk about it for years.
Fair enough.
That's my opinion.
Is that what's going on here?
What
All right, we're going. Pearl just had the last word because now she's got that smirk on her face. I'm telling y'all, this alpha widowed. Welcome back, Mike here, and today we are jumping across the pond to just pearly things. The pregame clips is what we're looking at, and the title is "She Never Realized This Until Now." But you know what I haven't realized yet? 1,000 subscribers. Guys, go ahead and subscribe. Especially if you commenting on my videos. You done made more than one comment and you still haven't subscribed. Clearly you're engaged in the topics. Go ahead and subscribe, right? 1,000 subscribers. That's where we're going. Let's hit play. See what we got.
Love has an expiry date. How do you guys feel on that?
Oh, I agree.
1,000,000%.
I think love is a young person's game. The average person only falls in love like 3 times, so you really don't have that many shots at it.
See, the type of love that... Wait, how many loves are there? Can you find it, Pearl? There's eros love, there's like 3 separate types of love. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
I think, because I don't want to quote it wrong.
Eros,
but I know there's
agape.
different types of love, and I'm going to tell you the type of love.
It doesn't
that we
matter.
want. But essentially, any girl that I want, like, that I want a future with, I want to marry, I want to be my girlfriend, the type of love she has to have for me is the type of love that I have for my brothers. And the reason I say this is we can fight, we can go back, whatever, but at no point are we ever going to break the relationship up between my brothers. And some guys, you won't keep all friends, but for the day ones, you're always going to fix it. Even when you're mad, even when even if when you don't speak, something is going to bring the two of you to fix it because you know that's that deep love. When you let it go too far, when you let it go too far and then you don't speak to someone and maybe you buck up to them one time.
He's
and you
talking
maybe
about
try
more
to,
about duty
let's go
and
out again, bro.
respect
And it's not the same
love.
love. That's what happens with relationships. It just takes one person not to give up. As soon as one person says, I'm going to give up, that's it. It's all over. So I need that type of love that I got with my bros and my family.
There's 4 types of love. Eros, which is erotic, passionate love. Philia, which is love of friends and equals. Storge, love of parents for children. And agape, the love of mankind.
Okay, so yeah, I was talking about this. It was a second one, the love of friends. Is that the one I was talking about?
Love of friends and equals. It can be the love between lovers when they've been together for a long time and are not so hot and bothered anymore. It's called brotherly love as the city of Philadelphia. The city of brotherly love. Of course, it could be sisterly love, but it is the accepting love of good friendship. That is the love that is for good health, the love of the touch of a loved one, the philia like lowers blood pressure. Yeah, you get the idea.
That's the love, and that's the love. All them other loves
are
not fake, but all them other loves are based upon something. That philia love is the one where it's your bros, and you're not. It's never gonna break, and it's and the bond and the love only gets stronger. It doesn't fade, and that's the love that relationship needs. Or that's the love that I would want.
But in this day and age, I was saying, when we had our conversation, I feel like there's an expiry date on love because it's like you love me until when? I can do something and then you'll just give up on the love and then that's it, the situation's done. You're now saying that you're going to move on and start chatting to other guys just because a situation happened. This is why I don't know if I could get married, because it's like I could do something, maybe do something that you don't like, and then you're just going to stop loving me because of that situation. So it's like there's an expiry date on love. You love me until when?
Are you pressed?
No, what happened to unconditional love?
Why do you
There
say
is no
why
unconditional
do you
love
say that? Are you pressed?
Because when me and Carl was speaking about this, I had to let him understand that to an extent I understand love has an expiry date, but it wouldn't have had that expiry date if he
But I wasn't
didn't
throwing it
love
to
me
us.
back.
If he what?
Wait,
Hang on a minute, I thought this was all over and done with.
It is over and done with. I wasn't saying it today.
Wait, say if he what? Say that again.
It's just a little bit of pettiness. Put it this way, I felt like the reason why well, I was looking at it like when we were speaking about it, I wouldn't have had an expiration date for Kyle if I felt chosen.
Okay, sorry, Pearl.
What?
This is the Alpha Widow scenario. I'm picking up on it, like because
he can't be your friend.
He can't be your friend, babe. Like I'm being
Really?
honest. No, because you're not over this. Like it's like even what you've just said, you just like I didn't even realize we're about to go back to you and him again.
No, we was having a healthy.
No, but it is healthy. But there's something.
You just asked him if he's pressed.
You just asked him if he's depressed, and we
No,
said
because
why?
I was wondering where's this coming from. Like we spoke about. Okay, well
you?
then, yeah, I'm
hurt
everything
you?
you guys are saying.
But see what happened there. This is why me as a man, I would not have him as your friend because already you're thinking back to memories now of things that you guys. This is too much. This is too close. And I'm not insecure, but I know a red flag when I see it. Yeah. And if I, I'm just gonna be honest with you because this is education for you. Yeah. When you meet the guy that you like, bro, you're gonna have to. Don't even wait for her to do it. You do a favor for her and just step the hell out.
I would do it.
Yeah.
Because I done it the last time, but then obviously like. The brother was cool. He's from the ends, and it was like there was no situation in it. He knew me from that. We have other friends outside of that, so we'd seen each other.
But men lie. You know, men lie. We lie.
Possibly.
I don't like that girl. Forget that girl till you see your.
But if he came and said something or she said something, then I would have taken a step back easily.
But one question, Chai. If he steps away.
So clearly they have dated, and wow, this is. Pearls, where you find these people at? Oh my God, I get it. You know, I think at this point in the show she's using a recruiter, but my God, you end up, and then they talking to each other like, oh boy. And I think it's looking like she's still into him. He's not into her. But given how attractive she looks, right? Makes you wonder what happened. Because clearly this is, I don't know about this. Well, we got to talk about the Alpha Widow thing because that is a real thing. We're going to get there, I promise. I'm going to cover it in the summary, though.
Way, that still doesn't deal with the issue of what if the boyfriend said to her, I feel comfortable with this friendship, and she wouldn't listen to what he's saying. You still got that issue. And if a girlfriend won't listen to one thing, there's probably going to be something later down the line where he says, babes, I'm not happy with this. And she goes, well, nah, I don't care.
And this is what I was trying to say to you before. And because when you first heard it, it sounded like controlling. It sounded like, oh, you guys are insecure. Oh, da 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 da. But when you actually let it play and you speak about it, even you probably might, some things that get brought up, you don't even realize. You get annoyed by some people like, oh, you're capping. That's not what, you know what I mean? But you shouldn't even care what he's capping about. You shouldn't care about no pettiness. You should just be like, but because you've got history and.
So basically what he's describing is heavy is the head that wears the crown. As men, a lot of times we're expected to lead in the relationship. Okay, but that comes with a different perspective. So when a lot of times women will label you insecure. This is message for my guys. They label you as insecure because of the choices that you make regarding certain, female behaviors, right? Guys, don't take that as insecure. If she's not willing to work with you on those deals, and the fact that you have expressed concern with these issues and she's not willing to work with you on them, dude, just go find another girl, man. It's not worth it. I'm telling you. I don't care how fine she is. I don't care how much sexuality she is over the top and everything. At the end of the day, that stuff will fade and you're going to be left dealing with a headache. It's not worth it. Just go find somebody else. Remember, men will go down in looks to go up in cooperation. That's part of that discussion there, because you can't at the end. You don't have enough time to sit there and fight a woman about certain choices or certain preferences that you have. Remember, you're in control of the relationship because we as men provide access to relationships. If a woman is exuding behavior that you don't think is going to be beneficial to the relationship, then don't offer one. And just move on. You just, hey, you know what? I don't think this is going to work, and just move on to another girl. Don't do what most guys do and just keep having sex with her and stringing her along. Knowing, especially because remember, most women want marriage. If you don't see yourself as being marriage material or she's not marriage material for you, end it and move on.
Your families are
We
intertwined.
literally spoke about it last week. That's why I was like, why are we talking about this?
No, but it's just a good topic, and
Yeah,
based off what we were
it was
talking
a good
about, it
topic.
related to the conversation. Hence why I mentioned it, but I wasn't relating it to us.
Yeah, but bro, she loved you, and you, for every reason, you wasn't in the right place. You said it already. You was young, but bro, obviously she was hurt by it. You were someone that she grew up with. Families were intertwined. You was in a relationship, and then you chose to break up the relationship. And men typically don't leave their women. I've never ever left a woman in my life. Any woman I've been with has left me. I'm not saying I haven't tried to come back afterwards, but men, we don't leave our women. Like I said the other day, if I had a baby with my missus and she
what
put
happened
away,
there?
I think I'll leave her. I'll try to make her go gym. I'll try to, and if she didn't want to lose weight, I just got a fat wife. That's it. I'll be like, you know what it is? I'll be like, remember the pictures when you used to be fly, used to be skinny? But I'm not going to leave her. No, because she pushed out a kid for me. But you know what I'm trying to say to you? Like, so, man, I think this.
You cheating?
He's cheating.
Uh-oh.
Why you doing that for? Why you doing that
But that's a
for? I
real
ain't
question.
cheating. I'm honest. Why you doing that for?
But that's a legitimate question because a lot of times most men have a reason for risking a relationship with infidelity. And a lot of times as a community, we never really address those issues. Oh, he cheated. Okay, well, why did he cheat? Why is he cheating? How is it that some outside woman is able to steal your man's attention? What are you missing? We never examine that. And then women get traumatized by the cheating. They break up with the guy, and then that woman is damaged from here on out. And we never address the issue. We never hear the guy's side of the story as to, why did you feel it necessary to go outside the relationship? And of course, unfortunately, that has to be a conversation that just involves the men because you're not going to get a straight answer when both genders are present. Because most men aren't going to be honest about an answer in that situation because if we tell women the truth, you guys, number one, don't believe us, and number two, you try and shame us for it anyway. So maybe we can get some. It's one of the things that we have to address at some point. It's hard, but it's hard to do that, in a video format because most guys just aren't going to have that conversation. But it is what it is, I guess. Let's move on.
What am I doing? I just asked the question.
But then can we throw it back to say, does love have an expiry date? I want to hear everybody's opinion.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
My brother, do you think that love has an expiry date?
It does.
No, not if there's demand. If there's true love, it never has an expiry date. But if it's only demand, then it's not true love. If there's a lot of demand, then there's not true love. But if it's true love, it never has an expiry date.
Wait,
No
I
such
think I
thing as true
misunderstood
love.
your question.
So my question is, does love have an expiry?
No. So I meant like it does like over a certain age. I don't think it's love. I think it's respect. But I don't think like if you meet that person, like I think love's a choice. Sorry, I misunderstood.
Love is most definitely a choice. I can agree with you on
Yeah.
that. But I just feel like because I've been in various relationships, it's like something can happen and then the woman will just move different. And it's like, you love me and...
Whoa, did you guys just see that? Let's go back to when he first started talking again and watch Girl in White.
I can agree with you on
Yeah.
that. But I just feel like because I've been in various relationships, it's like something can happen.
She's done. She's, man, it looks like she's got like inner rage going on and it's starting to look like it's aimed at this guy right here. Like he has fully, I don't know their situation, but clearly she has maybe she thought he was the one and then he just broke it off and woman scorned right here. Look at her face.
And then the woman will just move different. And it's like, you love me until...
It's just that blank stare. Women tend not to do that. remember that women tend to be more socially calibrated, so they're better in social situations. Guys stare off into space like that and they're not really thinking about much, right? But when women do that, oh boy.
When I'm not saying I've stepped out or done whatever, but it's like something could happen, something even minuscule, and then it's like the woman will just give up and then go and be entertained.
Look, has she recognized her facial expression? Is that why she's? Let's go back again, because it looked like she was trying to say something to her, but then.
I'm not saying I've stepped out or done whatever, but it's like something could happen, something even minuscule, and then it's like
it looks like she's trying to
the
get her
woman
attention.
will just give up and then go and be entertained by someone else. So it's like, you love me until when?
Well, I think men and women love differently, and I don't think women can love men the way men love women.
Because that's why when a man is heartbroken, it's a lot harder for him to go through it than I feel like when a woman is heartbroken. I feel like men deal with heartbreak a lot harder than women do.
Yeah, but I think men can love like multiple girls at the same
Agreed.
time. I don't know, because I think if a girl's alpha widowed too hard, like she thinks about that guy. Like there are I can't remember if it was like a comment or where I read this, but it was like a lady in her 80s talking about a dude she dated when she was in her 17.
Damn.
Like, and they interview people on the streets, and they said, "Tell me about your first love," and you just alpha widow, alpha widow, alpha widow. Like, I don't know. I think like women, it's like
emotional damage.
I don't know which one's worse, because they both have it bad. But I don't think I think men like have a heartbreak with everyone. With girls, it's like we either never want to talk to you again and like you're dead, like nothing, or like it's like the worst thing that's ever happened and we'll talk about it for years.
Fair enough.
That's my opinion.
Is that what's going on here?
What
All right, we're going. Pearl just had the last word, because now she's got that smirk on her face. I'm telling y'all, this alpha widowed. Okay, but look, how does this relate to the content that we cover on this channel, right? How does this relate to marriage, basically? Okay, well, remember what I always talk about. One of the things I always talk about is the fact that we need to be looking to get married sooner. And this is one of the reasons why, so you can avoid the baggage that comes along with bad breakups, right? Now, imagine that for guys, it's a little bit easier because we haven't hit our prime yet when we're younger, right? So it's not as much of a gamble. But with women, yeah, it is. But again, this is one of the reasons why I say marriage is broken in our community, because we keep pushing it off for too long. And then it's like, you say what you want, but the older you get, I mean, from women's standpoint, the more desperate you get for relationships, because your value is starting to fall off. Your looks are not the same. It just is what it is. But let's go back to what I was talking about. This whole alpha widow thing. One of the ways you avoid this is, well, look, marriage is broken in our community. This is one of the reasons why, is because we keep pushing it off. This whole alpha widow thing contributes to that, because you get young women in their prime and they meet the guy who they think that is going to be a good husband, and all of a sudden, for whatever reason, he gets lost, and then that guy has imprinted on her, and now he becomes the very definition of what she's going to compare every other man to. That can be problematic if you're dealing with a guy who was never interested in marriage in the first place. This is why I always say, it's several social constructs that are broken in our community, and we need to start repairing them before we can start building again. Because remember, if marriage is broken, okay, well, what can we do to fix it? Well, we can start by getting married younger, but that also entails fixing the vetting process. Because again, it's hard to get alpha widowed by the guy who has been vetted from the patriarch in your family. Most cases it's the father, but some cases it might be a grandfather. But either way, because those male family members, they know what to look for in men for long-term success. So again, but look, we're going to leave it here. This is a great conversation, a little drama filled. I wasn't aware of this. I hadn't seen this clip, so it was literally my reactions was wow. And Curl, I don't know how you pulled this off, because if you still recruiting people and all these, and both of them got on the same podcast, I guess they might be, they might be under that assumption that they're still friends or whatever. But men and women can't be friends. So let's just end it here. I'm gonna say goes to the next time. Peace.